I am very happy to present to all of you in this series of talks the entire heritage of India, which is basically spiritual. That's why these talks will be under the caption, The Spiritual Heritage of India. Heritage because what I am going to share with you is something that has come down the ages through a parampara, from parents to children, from teachers to students, without any organized attempt. That which has always been handed over from the older generation to the upcoming generation is this heritage that I am able to talk to you today because it is unbroken. I have received it from my teachers, from my parents, from other elders, and what I am talking to you is what I have received. You also have received, I'm sure. Many a time what we receive is just the forms which need to be understood. Sometimes we receive the content without forms. And when the forms are not there, then one is not likely to receive the content also. And therefore, we have to receive this heritage, spiritual heritage, totally with the content along with the forms, or the forms with the content. It's spiritual in as much as what a human being needs to accomplish in his or her life is here, not after death. There is no real meaning of life if the ultimate goal of a human being, a self-conscious human being, is not to be accomplished here. If it is to be accomplished here, then the whole life has a direction, has a meaning, has a content. I can live my life to accomplish that end. Honestly, if the view is clear, the way will become evident, obvious. When we talk about the way, it has to be related to the view. And therefore, even Indian culture bears this view, because culture is often a way of expression, a way of living, language, attitudes towards money, towards people, towards the world. So all these constitute our culture. And they form also a way of life. And the way of life is meaningful if there is a view always kept in view. A goal is kept in view. Therefore, one gains immediately a purpose in life when one comes to discover that what is to be accomplished is here in this life, and my way of life itself is meant for accomplishing that end. If the ultimate goal is to be achieved after my death, then the human life doesn't seem to have a purpose. It's a detour. Why I should be born here if I am a self-conscious being, not satisfied with myself as a person, because I am self-judging. So I am not totally programmed to live my life as programmed. I am self-judgmental and natural because I am conscious of myself, and my consciousness of myself is 100%. It is uninhibited. An uninhibited self-consciousness makes me special as a human being. Every human being is special among the organisms on this planet, not because the human being has a language, not because human being looks something peculiar, because every animal looks peculiar. An octopus has a peculiar look. But it is this endowment that I have, that I am conscious of myself totally, makes me a special person in the sense that I can make a judgment about myself. Universally, every human being has a problem in this self-judgment itself. In the self-judgment, there is a sense of inadequacy, a sense of dissatisfaction. They say that is necessary to progress. True. If I am satisfied, I won't make an attempt to do anything. If I am dissatisfied, I will do something to make myself satisfied. And there is an attempt. This attempt to discover in myself is a self-adequacy. a self-satisfaction, which amounts to say that my interrelationship with the world, of people, of things, is also satisfactory. I can't say I am satisfied with myself when I am not satisfied with the people I am related to. And therefore, so I have to discover a self-satisfaction, which is to live in harmony with the world. This is indeed a spiritual life. Who is not interested in this? Suppose one has a conflict with one loves. There is an argument, there is some misunderstanding, then one can't be at home with oneself. And one has to resolve that conflict. It becomes important because one wants to live in harmony. One may be able to live in harmony with one thing, may not be able to live in harmony with other things. That means I have enough things to be dissatisfied with. I have enough situations which create conflict in me. That means I can't find self-satisfaction. To live in harmony with the world is to strike harmony with the planets, with the stars, with this entire scheme of things called Jagat. In Sanskrit, we call it Jagat, which includes my own body. I have to live in harmony with my body, with my senses, with my mind. Therefore, to live in harmony with myself is to live in harmony with the world. Jivaha, the jiva, the individual, has to discover this harmony with the world. And for this, the jiva, the individual, self-conscious individual, has to undergo a tremendous change. That one can bring about this change is the privilege that every human being has. And one has to exercise this privilege, this choice given to me. I have no choice in exercising choice. What choice I have got in exercising choice? Because I need to live in harmony, and that's exactly what the human achievement is. Until I achieve that, I will be struggling.